I'm Isabel LaRue, and welcome back to another episode of Engineer Your Space. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to renovate a bathroom by simply upgrading a lighting fixture. There's lots to show you, so let's get started. If I owned my apartment, one of the first things I would have done is renovate the bathroom, top to bottom, including the lighting fixture. But because I'm a renter, I can't really change out anything. So instead, I decided to upgrade the lighting fixture by making new shades for it, and also by changing out the incandescent light bulbs for Energy Star certified LED light bulbs, because they use less energy, they don't give off as much heat, and they save money on electrical bills. One Energy Star certified LED light bulb can save up to $75 in electricity costs over its lifetime. Well worth the investment. So to choose my LED bulbs, the first thing I did was look for the Energy Star mark on the packaging or on the description online. Choosing a light bulb can be confusing, and the Energy Star mark makes it easy. This mark means that the bulbs have undergone extensive testing for things like light quality, color, and a long life. Plus, they have a warranty of a minimum of 3 years. I chose candelabra bulbs to go with the long and narrow shape of the lampshades that I designed. Even though I don't have a dimmer to control the lighting fixture in my bathroom right now, I still ended up purchasing dimmable light bulbs. That way, if I ever do decide to put a dimmer in down the road, I'll be able to use these light bulbs. Look for the word dimmable on the packaging. Now it's time to show you how to make the drum shades. I think it's just way more fun to make them than it is to buy ready-made replacement shades. To make my drum shades, I use the inside ring of 4-inch wooden embroidery hoops, 3/4 inch and 2-inch wide iron-on edging, and flexible chopping mats to make the shades. And I use these tools and supplies to put them together. I'll have everything listed in the video description below. First, I took the inside rings of the embroidery hoops out, and I used wood glue to attach the rings together to make 2 stacks of 2 rings and 1 stack of 3 rings. Next, I cut pieces of the iron-on edging to fit around the outside of the rings. And then I used an iron to glue it to the outside of the rings. The edging gets really hot, so you'll want to be careful not to burn your fingers as you're doing this. For the 2-inch wide edging, I had to cut off the excess with a utility knife. I filled in holes around the edges with wood filler, let that dry, and I sanded all the rough spots around the edges and on the inside of the rings. I chose to finish the rings with a gray wood tint from Plaid, applying a couple of coats, letting that dry for a couple of hours, and then I sealed everything with some white wax on the outside of the rings, wiping off any excess with a clean cloth. The last step for the rings is to drill holes at the top of the wider ring for the screws that will secure the shades to the lighting fixture. I cut a piece of tape long enough to go around the outside of the ring, and I marked 3 holes equally spaced out, about 1/4 inch from the edge of the tape. Then I placed the tape onto the outside of the wide ring at the top and drilled holes with a 1/8 inch drill bit. Now it's time for the chopping mats. I cut the mat in half horizontally to give me 2 shades of about 6 inches high. Then I placed the shade on the inside of the ring to mark where I need to cut vertically to give me about 1/2 inch overlap at the seam. Then I used my speed square to trace the line for cutting. Before forming the shade, I marked the location of the bottom of the middle ring with masking tape. Then I added some double-sided tape at the end to seal the seam, making sure to press down on it so that it sticks well. I also added tape to secure the middle and bottom ring to the shade. To form the shade, I removed the backing from the tape at the seam, and I formed a cylinder, making sure to keep the remaining double-sided tape on the outside of the shade. I removed the backing from the double-sided tape in the middle, and I lined up the middle ring and then pressed it in place. I did the same for the bottom ring, and last I put on the top ring. The last step was to drill holes in the shade material and then to put in the new longer machine screws for hanging, screwing them in about 3/4 inch. Then it was just a matter of attaching the shades to the existing fixture with the machine screws. By just changing out the shades, the fixture has a whole new look, which I like a whole lot better. Whether you own or rent your home, upgrading the lighting with Energy Star certified lighting fixtures and LED bulbs is a great way of getting a new look when you're renovating, and it's also something that's going to save you a lot of money on your electrical bills for years to come. Energy Star sponsored this video, and I'll have a link in the video description below to their website, energystar.gov. It's a great resource provided by the Environmental Protection Agency, where you'll find all kinds of good information on how to choose and use Energy Star products for your home. I'll also include a link to energystar.gov/rebates. The cost of LED bulbs has gone down over the years, but you'll find rebates on this site that can help keep the cost down even more. Well, that's it for today's video, but I still have a few more projects to show you that I did in my bathroom. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want more ideas for DIY projects, you can click on these videos here. Or you can always go to my website, engineeryourspace.com. See you next time.